So, you can be
I
romantic.
can't. I am very womanly. I have to speak so much.
You can
It's
be
fine.
romantic.
We.
Hi lovebirds, welcome to this fun, exciting video where we will talk about your love story. As many of your followers and well-wishers are interested to know how you two met and how this beautiful romance sparked. Welcome to you, both of you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
how are you both today? How are you feeling right now? Are you guys excited for this video?
Okay, we met on a dating site.
I was actually on a dating site working for a friend and customer, chasing scammers. And then I got a message from a young lady, and I frankly told her, "You're too young, I'm not interested."
And now, that's his version of the story. My version of the story is that I was from a very crazy relationship, and my sister, my elder sister, was in one university. So she says, since you're so lonely and you know you are so good with interaction, and there is something called a dating site, why don't you go there? And I said, right now I don't want relationships. And then all of a sudden, she was like, okay, you don't need to go there for dating. You can also go there to meet people and talk to them, and just so you would feel like you'll also find lonely people just to talk to. But in the process of scrolling, I saw someone, and you can imagine what I told my sister. But anyway, yeah, that's how we met.
Oh, okay. So I think that you already answered a bit of the next question's answer. So I was about to ask who made the first move and how smooth or awkward was it?
Well, I did not make the first move.
No, I did not make the first move. I just appreciated a good looking man. But of course, he turned me down. So he said, he did not turn me down, okay. He said, I appreciated his look. I really liked how his profile was looking, actually. It was so good. So I was like, I like this guy. So what I told my sister to continue with my story is, what do you think about this one being your brother-in-law? And she used this term, it's called chun chiemo. Chun in my mother tongue is heart, chiemo is food. So that is the heartbeat of food, like that is like a snack, a real one, Habi. But then I told my sister, but he said that he doesn't want anything to do with a young lady, and he's not currently not ready for settling. And when I also told this gentleman here that please then give me your number, I just want to be friends, he quoted the total number of million people, persons in Kenya that I could be friends with. So he said like, oh, right now like we have 50. He said, young lady, I appreciate you're so beautiful. I appreciate your beauty, but I am not here for young ladies or something, anything with younger ladies. And when I said I want to be like friends, he said, but you have 56 million people in Kenya. So why don't you be friends with them also? And the rest is still history.
Wow, sounds very interesting. Okay, be honest, guys. Did you first Google stalk each other after the first chat or date, let's say?
No.
You did it.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
No,
I
I
want to listen to
did.
both
I
versions.
did the usual security background check
Uh huh.
to find out whether she was a scammer, whether she was real or not.
But I saw you on my Facebook page commenting on each stories. When I write, you write something that was like a quote. I was like,
No, then you sent me a copy of your passport. You were very open, and I realized, okay, she might be young, but she's definitely not a scammer.
So when was the time that you both first decided to meet each other in real life? Like, how did it come?
I don't remember. It just came.
no, I remember.
Yeah.
So after, anyway, so after he said there are a lot of people and he's not ready for anything serious, then I insisted that I needed his number. Then he said here is your number. Here is my number. You are a very stubborn lady. Then I say, thank you. But from there now he was very busy, and all the time I was texting, he would text after 2 days to say, I am very busy, I am very busy. So then I almost gave up because he was very busy with other things. But then when I give up, okay, he's someone who is not ready to talk to me as a friend or wherever I wanted to be, but at the same time he wants to tell me each and everything he's doing with his life. So I'm like, I'm confused until I got kind of tired. I used to see him now, so I have his number, he has my number, he could call me once. But when he calls, I would stop everything just to talk to him. Then I saw him on Facebook, so I knew he had seen me on Facebook. And I posted a photo and I put some nice quotes. And he responded with very nice philosophy, some good things. Then fast forward, while we were talking, I just checked on him because we were not very consistent with talking. So I said hello, and he tells me, God rest his soul, that his dad has passed away. I'm sorry to say this today, but I was a little bit selfish, so I took it to my advantage, and I said, I am going to make this to make him come closer. I said, if you need a shoulder to lean on, please let me know. So then he was back to say that, and then he was on for 2 days as a friend. And then now from there, I said, okay, now that he is not coming, then I gave up. And that's where now he started picking conversation consistently, because you were the first person, if you remember, who said, I just saw a very lovely lady, a dark lady in the store, and she reminded me of you. And that gave me some good spark. I swear that. But I knew that you were going to be my husband from the first day. I was not in love per se, but I liked you. Okay, actually, I liked the fact that you rejected me. And it's you I want. So I wanted you so bad. I mean, then. And
Wow. So when was it that you two actually met for the first time in real life?
Then I booked a flight. Then it was delayed for a little bit.
Okay.
And I don't actually remember why, but there were some things going on. So I think it was January, wasn't it? Yeah.
What year is this?
January 2024.
Okay.
2024.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I already wanted to leave like in October or November
2023.
But, so it was January 2024. She was very nervous because my visa came like 8 hours before departure.
ETA, yeah?
Yeah.
ETA, yeah.
And I went to Nairobi.
Wow.
He said, why don't you then build yourself and then come abroad, and then you can maybe pick. So for me, it gave me this sense of, he doesn't want me to be with somebody else, but he also doesn't want to be because he wasn't ready. I learned later that he was taking it slow. He wanted to be sure that next time he's in a relationship, this is what he wanted. Yeah.
No, I also see, if you are in Africa, you're in Kenya, you pick whatever white man you can get there. If you come here, they're all white. You still pick me, it means you really like me, okay?
Yes, I like.
It's not out of opportunity I'm the only one.
Yeah, so then he planned that, okay, then I come, then slowly. I remember that he confessed the love, yeah, then he said that he's coming to see me now. Finally, that he was now ready. Then he now came, but still he said that I come to get to know you, to see you in person, you also see me in person, and we decide what to do, yeah.
Okay, so then the next question is for Vinny. So can you describe the day when you first saw him in the real life? Like when he flew to Kenya to meet you for the first time? It was in January 2024.
Yeah.
So how was the day like?
Oh my God, it was like I am touching a white skin for the first time. A white skin who has booked a flight to come see me. At the airport, it was crazy. Africa, we have different culture shocks, so it's like also at the airport, everybody is kissing and you have to kiss in public. So I had to rehearse the whole night. I did not want to be too sure, because you can't know what's going on in the head of somebody else. So for me, it was already, of course, it was love at first sight from the dating site. So when I saw him, it was just more and more assurance. And today, I have never thought more about it per se.
For me, it was I got out of the plane, I saw Winnie, and I could not say a word because she jumped on me and hugged me and almost squeezed me to death.
What are you trying to say?
That's really a fun.
It's all over me. It's like I was the one. Okay, fine.
Yeah, you know, you can blush because nobody will see it.
Okay. Um, then I will consider your day of seeing each other as your first date. I don't know. Or do you guys consider it as your date, or was there any official date that you guys went to when you first met each other? Was it on the same day,
Yeah,
or
it was first date.
okay? When was the official date, and where was it? Where did you guys go? What did you do?
Nothing special. We went to eat in a restaurant, and you know, it was a long trip. I had to recover, and I wanted to see Ned.
Wow, that's such a beautiful
Yeah, my son. Yeah.
feeling. Yes. Okay, then I would like to ask Thomas, like, how did you feel when you first met Ned and Winnie's family for the first time?
But okay, Ned was really cute.
He really is. He still is.
He is really cute. So I know she's going to beat me, but the family was a different thing, okay? Like they came, oh, that's the white man. And they were all really hungry.
Really?
Hungry like food or hungry or angry?
Hungry like food. Okay? So they completely emptied the refrigerator until there was nothing left. And I felt sometimes like being under permanent surveillance, okay? Like everybody's watching me. What is this guy going to do? Who is he? What is he going to do? Like,
They were just protecting me.
yeah.
That's how my family is. They wanted to be sure. They had eyes on you, but they had to also do something to see if they did something wrong. How would you react? Of course, we wouldn't be sure, but they had to test you. So they had to come and eat everything to annoy you and see how you react when you're angry.
I was not angry. I was just close to going to buy a shotgun.
It's amazing, guys. Okay, so the next question. Who said I love you first? And how did the other react?
He did.
Okay, and how did you react? Did you say I love you too, or
I was
no?
like, yes, finally! I've been waiting for this for, goddamn, it was like 2 years. I was waiting for him to say, I love you. And then, what did you say, sir? Me? Winnie? Finally? The man of my dreams. Yeah, it was more of finally than I love you back. Please don't remember. It was so cute. His eyes were popping like some puppy, little puppy, looking for the owner to probably, like, I love you. It was so assuring. It was so cute.
Wow, beautiful. Who is more dramatic when you are arguing?
He is.
Okay, please explain.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I always want to finish and just tell him to get out. He starts and then he marches all the rooms and then he goes and then he comes when you ignore and then he says, I am talking. And then he goes again and then he comes and says, he can explain. He's too dramatic because for me, I don't know. I used to be very dramatic and then I experienced a very traumatized relationship. It was very physical.
Okay, guys, the next question is, what's one silly habit your partner had early on that you have just accepted now?
Silly, as in, I didn't understand.
Like, it could be anything. I cannot think of one example, but like silly habit your partner had before, and now you have finally decided to accept as it is because you cannot change it.
I don't know if I'm answering the right question, but for me, it's more of their culture. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because there is no something silly that I had to adjust with, because for me it's either I like it or not. So one of the things is that Europeans, or like people here in Austria, they can easily walk naked. When I say naked, is in the eyes of an African. That's something I had to fight so long to adjust. And when I say naked, it's like the entire family can be here, their parents are here. Um, Everybody is walking in boxers. Everybody is walking without a bra. Honestly, I have found myself now. I do it. I don't. I used to run around like my mother-in-law is coming, but now I just wear. And then everybody wakes up in the morning. All the in-laws are like, "Good morning. Is there coffee?" Everybody is in boxer.
Okay. So is there something from Thomas's part about Winnie, a silly habit of hers?
Yeah, I've got to live with it that if you take away her mobile phone, her vital signs drop close to zero.
That's not funny. Ouch. That's not even true.
Hmm. Which one of you is more romantic? And give us an example.
I know I am laughing.
Yeah, because you are as romantic as a dead camel in the desert.
I give my best, okay? I don't want, I found somebody who is so special to me. He is very special. But this time, one of the good things that I appreciate is that I am not the one to make efforts. I come from a society where, as a woman, you have to prove your love. You have to be making efforts to try to win the love of a man. If it fails, I am not saying that's exactly most of them are stereotypes. If it fails, it's you as a woman, and then I'm now in a society where the man does it all. So sometimes I just want to receive. I used to be a giver, now I am the receiver, and it's just fair enough that nature is rewarding me. So please don't say that I'm less romantic. I am more of a receiver, and he knows how to do it best. So why not take what God has blessed you with?
Okay, then why don't you tell us one example of Thomas's act that felt really romantic for you?
Okay, so we come from a party. I'm a student, yeah. I'm also a student alongside a wife. And I come from a party, and he has to pick me up because I cannot walk. Long story short. So, fast forward, I come, and I am remembering that I'm a wife in the morning when I don't know how I got home. So, I'm like, what happened? I'm not a drunkard, but we go to parties sometimes and we get wasted. So, I'm wasted, he picks me up. That tells much because he drives all the way to pick me up, carries me up to the room, and all my clothes he undid them. And I wake up in the morning and I'm prepared psychologically for a thorough sermon. I want him to preach and tell me to pack and leave. And there is something I could have shown you. It is so cute. He bought this nice perfume and it says, "Yes, I do." I cried literally. That one touched my
Wow.
heart. It was so good.
Wow.
And me?
Yeah,
You
Thomas,
what?
Yeah. You and romantic. Oh.
can you give us an example?
On a
Like
serious note now.
what
On a
does he
serious
do?
note, Winnie and romantic. Uh,
I have to get money from him to buy him some gifts to show romance, but because I work, but my money we are paid is no, so they melt before I get home. So and then I am busy, so I only show romance bed-wise, but I don't show romance.
you
But
know,
when I'm rich, when I am a billionaire, I
you
spoil
still
you.
would not buy me a single piece of chocolate when you were rich, because you
Because
would eat it on the way home.
I promise to be more romantic. That's a challenge.
Okay, so the next question is, when did you realize this is the person that I want to be with?
You first?
No, you first.
Okay, ladies first. So it's, oh my God. Okay, there were other things that would make me want to say this is the one. But the greenest flag was when he came and he he loved my son so much. I'm not saying, yeah, it was a plus for me because I would fall in love. I can fall in love. I can love all I want. But if somebody does not appreciate my son, I was not going to love back. I was going to take back that love. Also, how he reacts when he's angry, and more importantly, does this person respect me? Respect is very important. Respect is earned, yes, but how does he take me? Yeah? So let's just say after exactly 1 week of staying in Nairobi, I was very sure that this is what I wanted. Yeah.
What about you, Thomas?
I had to go to Nairobi a second time
Mm-hmm.
to be sure.
Mama yangu! Mama mia! Okay, continue.
Yeah, because you know that we have quite an age difference and it's quite a commitment. And once you reach my age, you definitely don't want to play games or waste time on something that maybe doesn't work out. And yeah, I made my peace with being older and she being younger. And this is when I knew, okay, this is going to be the one and it's going to be the last one.
Wow.
And
Amazing. What foods from each other's culture did you try for love and instantly regret?
Instantly regret.
Regret,
Oh,
yes.
I have a lot of things to say. Let me hold my peace.
no, you say there was nothing I tasted I instantly regret, but that crazy sukuma wiki, is just for people who've been a guinea pig or a rabbit in a previous life.
Be nice. Skuma week is what the name comes from, pushing the week. It's what you can afford to push the week when you are broke, okay? That's where the name comes from, Skuma Wiki.
But
Push
all
the
the
week.
other stuff I really liked.
And she also liked my staple food, fish. Fish, my culture, our staple meal is fish with ugali.
Okay, so there is nothing as such that you guys
For
regretted
him.
after eating.
For
I have
him,
a lot of regrets.
For her, there
Okay.
are some regrets.
Shrimps.
Okay.
They look at me when I want to eat them, and then they eat raw flesh. What is it? Raw.
We eat meat, especially beef.
Treated, not cooked.
Medium rare. Oh, no, it's cooked, but it still has a
No,
red
not the
shimmer.
meat. Not that one. No, the
Ah,
fish.
you mean like salmon? Yeah, we eat smoked raw fish, and we eat like Italian prosciutto, okay, which is basically raw pork. It's salted for a long time, and anyway, whenever meat is cold, Winnie tries to run away.
Of course, I've never tasted it. I just regret seeing it because it pieces my spirit. I don't put it in my mouth. I have never tasted it. And he's a good cook. You have tasted quite a number of his meals. He goes international with the dishes.
Yeah.
So I will never lack to a point I have to eat raw meat. So that's good. But I'll never, the one I regretted, I'll never eat shrimp again. They look at me when I eat them.
So another question is, has anyone ever made an awkward or weird comment about your relationship? How did you deal with it?
99.8% do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from Africa. Here, they understand it's very okay. In Africa, I am a social media person sometimes, and sometimes we do TikTok with them, and then we have very sad people, very, very miserable people. And it took me 1 year on TikTok to realize the people who are showing negativity, they don't even mean what they say. It's just somebody who's frustrated with their life, and then they come and write comments. Okay, but people we still receive them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
There's just one, and I told you before. I told you get a switches and buy your own,
mm-hmm.
What is that?
Hmm?
Get a switch as I am.
and buy your own.
I don't understand.
Buy your own young
Okay,
woman.
okay, yeah. Okay, you can respond. It affected, but since then, when finally we decided just to be together, and I took a lot of positivity from him, we don't listen to them, but here you don't feel the effect per se. It's so much still from Africa.
Come across all
No,
those
it's yeah,
comments.
everything they've
That's
said.
really
everything.
good. Yeah.
No, my friends just either don't comment or say, "Hey, I'm happy for you."
Yeah, the friends
Yeah.
are so good. Like I think here it's quite different in Europe.
All right, we're almost at the end of this episode, I would say. So last question is, describe each other in 3 words.
Please be nice.
Take your time and then say 3 words.
Smart, cute, and stubborn.
Put smart in capital letters.
Mm.
Thank you. He is very kind. Very, very kind. Not only to me, everyone around. You can know that. He is kind. He is a good cook.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is more than 3 words. For me, whenever I wake up in the morning and whenever I go to sleep, I just want him to know that the sun rises and sets just by the memory of his, and his name is written here.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, you can be romantic.
I can't, I am very womanly. I have to speak so much.
You can
It's
be
fine.
romantic.
We get that. We get the time. We get all the words in the word. All right. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for sharing all the fun and a little bit of drama with us. I absolutely loved asking questions and listening to you both. Until the next video comes up, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your wildest dating stories or love stories in the comments video. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.